Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Just make sure my title's right for the stream here. Of course not. Why does it always change? Make sure my title's right. Why does it always change to Crash Bandicoot? Wow. Well, because you're already a millionaire. Alright, we're good everywhere else. A great fucking intro. Let me do something right quick. Hey, what's up, Near? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. Sorry, just setting up some stuff right quick. Okay, this is well, you're not doing what? Well, sorry to hear that. That's Final Fantasy 14. MMO. $20 of delay. All right, it's going. Sealed with science.
Ah, so rare it is to find fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow. Unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed of an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand, did you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Egads, man. At least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you've sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this warded pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effects. Though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of ether at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting.
Yeah, it's AI generated text to speech. It's not a bad game. It's an add-on you can add on. It doesn't come with speech normally.
How many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. What have we here? A containment vessel. Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertine. You thieving knave, I shall call for the— oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then you must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve.
All right.
Oh frabjous Hello. Play. That I should be chosen to guide this man. Yes, I, Hahasako, greatest of Professor Lambertine's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that naught but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards. In which case, you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and the murderous Myronites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive.
Here we go. What's up, Evil? How you doing, man? You know me too well. Don't worry, hopefully I'll unlock the fat Chocobo one day and then I won't be too fat for it.
I see you've come galumphing back. Have you the crystal then? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertaint will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person.
Oh, this.
And upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting.
They're still out there somewhere. How's the newest patch in WoW? Is it any good? The Goblin Racing or whatever the hell it is? No, the racing, like, didn't they come out with like a Goblin Underground where you could like race the cars? Yeah, that's what I figured. Well, that's what I think of when I think of World of Warcraft is racing cars. Yeah.
My keen scholar's sense tells me that you've obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear. That may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Haasako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, man, you now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Valdesian. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I've a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course, I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find.
Alright, let's see what crystal we go with. Level 44? A promising prospect.
Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Siana, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern La Noscea. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern La Noscea was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Ha ha, now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was western La Noscea, Farah Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Delamude's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Alaport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Siana's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task.
Alright. Let me do something right quick. I'm gonna go over here. You been playing anything else or just mainly Warcraft right now? Yeah, I feel you. Next month is supposed to be a shit ton of MMOs. Either betas, early accesses, shit like that. I know that Chrono Odyssey looks fucking hilariously fun. Obviously, mutable materia.
Riddle me this, friend, have you ever found yourself in the unfortunate situation where your pockets were near to bursting with all manner of materia, save for the sorts you wanted the most? Well, I have, and I tell ye, it felt like I'd brought a sack full of fishing poles to a gold mine. Now, I ask ye, what if there were a way to melt down a couple pieces of materia that weren't Aveline you not, and mold them into a shiny new piece that, nimmy a willin', just might strike your fancy? This most handy procedure is something we like to call shifty making. Rather, that's what Master Mutamix calls it. Myself, I've coined the term transmutation, which I'm hoping might find favor with adventurers like yourself. How's it all work, ye ask? I could tell ye, but why ask the student when ye can learn from the master? You'll find Mutamix right over there, likely jumping out of his boots looking to trade tongue flaps about his discovery. Hush. Shko, Uplander seeks knowings of shifty making, yes? Then Uplander should make open ears to tongue flaps of Mutamix. Process of shifty making is a big help news. First, be taking 5 need not materia, yes? Melty mix this one, mixy melt that one, squeeze and squash, then big eyes. 5 need not are reborn as one shiny new. Shko. But shifty making is not simple like crafty making. Knowings of shifty making are much and many, and Uplander's braincase, though big for Uplander, is small. Uplander need not be making worry face. If Uplander has many need not materia, bring them to 10th rank. Mutamix will shifty make for Uplander. Mutamix will perform materia transmutation for you at any time, free of charge. Bring the goblin 5 pieces of unwanted materia, and he will transmute them into a single new piece to use as you see fit. That said, materia transmutation remains an inexact science. As for what manner of materia will emerge each time Mutamix works his wonders, not even the goblin genius himself can say. Process of shifty making is a big help. What kind? Mutamix will perform materia transmutation for you at any time. That said, Hush.
Ooh, okay. gonna go to Limbs to Lemonza first. Okay. That's funny. There it is. Oh, right there. There we go. So that's how you equip the shit. Nice. Okay, now we can go here.
A. Corrupted crystals? Sir, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned, Professor Lambertaint did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Siana, greatest of the Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in. Oh gods, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now.
Alright, let's go gold. It's probably not pirates.
As I told the Professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharos Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this, what with all this fatuous gossip of spirits and spectres haunting the Isles of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening.
You're keen on travelin' to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody else, lad, are ye drunk or you crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you in that god's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon FFXIV, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them.
Ah, Joseph, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is a very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts.
Representing the representative.
Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is naught more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous, owing to the abandonment of FFXIV. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skyfrin, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested, after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself.
I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Ugh. Tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me? Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go to her.
What did Skyfrin have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less how much he misses his favorite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's that bastard who grabbed my ass the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands.
Another initiate, are ye? No? Then what are ye? Speak up, son, I can't hear ye. Eh? Bugger me, is this what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. Ye found this, ye say? Where'd ye say ye found it? Skyfrin, ye say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's naught left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up FFXIV, he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own. See, half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. What's that? Ye be looking fair passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't ye say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a callin'. Whole port's up in arms bout spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let 'em sort it out. But ye'll do in a pinch, ye will. Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see ye there and back.
So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfrin's superior? I find that hard to believe. But this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say, it is a relief to work with such an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra, without me.
The reluctant researcher.
Fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well.
But 12 as my witness, if you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you.
Ha! Take me to the Isles of Umbra, he bids. As if it's as simple as, oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. All right, then, climb aboard.
This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but, oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate, I'm sure he'll let you in.
Beg your pardon, sir, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed.
Sweet somethings.
The writ Master Mimidoa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of FFXIV were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect, I've observed the fiends from a distance, at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Joseph, help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. It shall their fare the taken. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo. But thosh queer dead things, and that voice. Actually, the voice was quite nice. You saw 'em too, right? Dead people. Just shambling about, without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if. But that's impossible, they're all dead, aren't they?
History repeating.
But if they have returned, that would mean, oh, beg your pardon, I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently, he grew tired of waiting for the lanky young lad with the 1,000 yam stare to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. What's been keeping ye, Initiate? I ain't getting any younger, ye know. Eh? Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk what wander near the ship graveyard? And it stirred up the dead and all? Bloody hells. This takes me back to me days as a cannon boy, sailing under ol' Mistbeard, but they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned 'em last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they, brazen ol' biddies? Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones as this day would come. And come it has. I bet me bum you're a sirens behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, Initiate. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers, and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bit until his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on me worst enemy, 'cept maybe in drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's born hussy afore she takes another soul. Course, we can't send ye marchin' off to war without these. The siren don't have no power or a man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky fair you I carry a spare pair, and lucky fair the both of us I'm a superstitious ol' sod, eh? Well, she ain't comin' to us, so we'd best head or to her. To the ship graveyard, Initiate. If she passes near the Humph. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn, here. Quiet. Do you hear that? 'Tis her. Look. Out o'er the water. She's come, initiate. She's come. Quick, lad, shove them plugs in your ears, and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses afore you know it. Hither, embrace, mine everything, all ... True love spurned, his cruelties reward ... Cast down, callous soul, dead to desire ... Spare, mournful mistress, distress ... Melody, last breath, of death, the rhythm ... Dost thou not, to relent, regret, forever alone ... My love, a river, one look, soul shiver ... No more. Dark, eclipse, the heart ... Hey? Am I alright? Ah. I'm better in that. Initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse. I am, course. I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 whatsits if we gutted the songstress, but ye can't have everything, can ye? She'll not come croonin' round here again, though, not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Ah. Bugger me, I've clean forgot your name. Remind me. Joseph? Don't recall having no initiate by that name. But if you're not me ol' mate, wha's name, why've ye been so bloody helpful? Ah, never mind. Be seein' ye, lad. You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually. Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please, take it with my compliments.
Nice.
We're headed back to Alaport. Hop in if you like.
Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Joseph. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and, more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Aha. The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive, very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Joseph. Seldom if ever have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected ether to counteract the effects of
Oh
the
my
raging
God.
wind? Ha. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose.
Hey, I got my mount speed increased. Nice. The curious case of Giggity. Oh yeah.
Don't fret. Now, I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Eh? What's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time, you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hedon's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Joseph. Come back and see me sometime, all right?
Alright, so we need to go to Gridania, or Gridania. So let's return. We want to go to the amphitheater.
Greetings and salutations. Mr. Hendry, I presume? Sienna informed me of your adventures in Alaport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Though, as Professor Lambertaine is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing course following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the 12 sword, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the 12 sword. Fortunately for you, the crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I am reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when. You couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Spriggan's lair, and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion.
Okay. So we need to go White Wolf Gate.
Ah. Pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in, wait, what is that? Dash, what is that God's awful smell? My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Ugh. And I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You've finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected ether. Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected ether, worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught.
Thank goodness. Better late than never.
Beg your pardon, Joseph, I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambertine. Something about a man named Marx? Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? 'Twould reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information.
Okay. Let's see here. Right, crit, direct hit. Okay, so strength. Okay, so I don't even need dex. I thought I needed dex. Okay. Deliver to Sid. So it's actually, once I do this, I can go and should hit level 45. Which means
Greetings, sir. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? All repairs and modifications have been completed, Joseph. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Joseph. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship. But mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do.
Actually, I don't need to go do that quest right now. I can wait. Because it's not actually in Gridania, it's in the Ishgard area, Korthus. Coming up is one of the best boss fights in the game, I think. So let's get that going. Lady of the Vortex.
According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive. Mayhap it is better that we remain positive. Joseph, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing: this feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand.
Here we go.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs. To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles.
I gave him the goggles? Wow.
Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose.
Let's go.
Everything. Come. It would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Let's get this bitch. Here we go. I'm gonna get so hyped when that music hits for this battle. Alright, we're in here.
All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Joseph, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own.
Halley 9 now accessible. Let's go. Alright, we're good. Here we go. We're going with NPCs. One sec. Something keeps clicking. One sec. Alright, now we go. Booty cheeks.
Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. "12 preserve, she's huge. As I live and breathe. Over there, look.
The hell?
Malier and kobold prisoners. But why would the Ninel bring them here? Hee hee ha 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 hee hee ha ha hey. Wherefore come ye hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth should revere me, for I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies, and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood, and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Ha 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 ha. Squall off. Slay the unfeathered ones, we shall. As an offering to Garuda, they will serve. Leave the Ninel to us, Joseph. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Joseph. Remember, you fight for the science. For Erzia.
Here we go. Oh yeah.
This worm would die by mine own hand. Come, then, I shall grant you that which you seek.
Let's do this shit. Oh.
Soon you will see the depths of your power, mortals. The reckoning comes. There is no escape. No hope. None.
Bye, bitch.
No. 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 What? How in the hell's Dash? Ha 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 ha. This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. Did you truly believe you could defy a god, landwalkers? My power is limitless. My children legion. And they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals. and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. He 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 he. Of course, worship. So long as the nine will keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them.
Good point. Let's just go there and fuck them up.
Ha 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 he 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 ha 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 exclamation mark. No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon, the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert vermin next, their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then will I take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time. And all shall be mine. All mine. You, landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins. Not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, landwalker, to your last breath. No, no. I claim you. You should be mine.
I love how they never understand that. Oh, I bet that's what weakens them. It's when they try to temper me. Because every other one has tried to temper me. Except Garuda. Garuda goes right into the fight. That's their mistake. You don't temper the untempered. Or the one who cannot be tempered. That's number 6.
What? What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible.
Work.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die? We've done it! Ah! Impossible it is!
Kill you all! Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda,
Uh-oh.
of all primals the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
Ooh.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Waka would not approve.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno, Almighty Ifrit, brought us succor in our hour of need.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! Ah, it hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to.
Ifrit. Titan.
No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire! It is you who will suffer, Garuda.
Dang.
Ancient Alleg had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
Fuck. I forgot about this.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
"12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat.
Oh, of course not.
While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side. For the time being, at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend. For we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
I forgot how much of a awesome cutscene that was. From the before the fight to the after the fight. It's really cool. A lot of story to be told there.
Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Joseph. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw. But I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their god so long as that weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction.
So we went from Ifrit being done, Titan being done, Garuda being done, to two of them being resummoned, Garuda trying to take their I guess Aether and use it as hers, and then all three of them get absorbed by the fucking weapon. Okay. Reclamation.
It is past time that we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more.
Damn right. Okay. Let's leave this area. Is over here, I think. Ugh, not a fan of this.
Do you wish to leave?
Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's see. Let's go this way. Oh, I'm in Ulda. Shit, I thought I was in Gridania. Okay, don't even bother with that. Do return. We'll come back here at some point. No quest. Oh, okay, we're good. So we want to go to this. Double Dragoon.
Impeccable timing, Joseph. A message arrived from Estinian but moments ago, much to my astonishment. He would trade words with us, and bids us meet him at Boulder Downs. As to his true intentions, I cannot say. It may well be a trap, but we must go nonetheless. I trust I can count upon your company.
Of course. Rendezvous point over there to the west, okay. I want to unlock this dungeon. Fort of Fear.
I have heard much of your doings, and I think you the man for this task. To the west is Jmail Darkhold. Was meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Jmail, ever a friend to House Durendire. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caves, hordes of Voidsen appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made, you need only give your assent. Speak with Sarah Ophalie at the ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know.
Oh, right there. Perfect, on the way.
Welcome to Zemail Darkhold, built to withstand all Dravanian ploys and plans. These were natural caves behind me until House Zemail began to enlarge, connect, and fashion them into a stronghold. Alas and alack, the Voidsen struck, interrupting the work, alas. Then, in the confusion, Garleans infiltrated the keep, alack. All in all, 'twas a fine mess. The Garleans were eventually forced into retreat, of course, but the Voidsen remain. And so the fortress goes uncompleted, a home for abominations. Woe, woe is us. Yet the war with the dragons rages, and we have no nights to spare for this noble mission. Even I am here strictly on a very long tea time arranged by Sir Carolaut. Please see to these abominations, Sir Adventurer, sir. I have much prowess with the paperwork, should you require aid of that sort.
Nice. There it is right there. Sweet. It's
Greetings, Master. It has been too long. Astinian, end this folly at once. You must know that each second the eye passes outside Ishgard's walls brings us closer to a repeat of the tragedy of 20 summers past. Surrender yourself in the eye, and return with me to Ishgard before it is too late. Ah, but it is already too late, Master. For you see, Needhawk has already awakened. What? Hear me, Master, you have mistaken the cause of the dragon's return, the eye is not to blame. A premonition came to me by virtue of the dragon within, warning me that the great worm would soon rouse. Even as he slumbered, Needhawk seethed with irrepressible rancor for that wound of 20 years ago. That rancor will send him flying as a speeding arrow to Ishgard, whereupon death and devastation will ensue. But there is a possible solution, were the eye taken to a remote land, far from the Holy See, then, and only then, could destruction be averted and the lives of innocent Ishgardians be spared. You mean to make a bait of yourself? Nay, there is more to this than you let on. You seek vengeance for Ferndale. To me, the two are one and the same. You know my past better than any else. It was for no other reason than to avenge my family that I became a dragoon. Dragons long outlive men and do not soon forget the wrongs done them. What grudge they harbor burns as a fire in their hearts, over time swelling into an unquenchable inferno. You need only look back on history to see that Needhawk grows stronger with each awakening. When last he darkened our skies, the great worm came within a hair's breadth of laying waste to Ishgard. Not short of death will prevent him from completing his mission when next he wakes. Needhawk took everything from me, now I shall take everything from him, even if it means my life. The eye works in ways men can ill comprehend, but this much is plain, in choosing two Azure Dragoons in one generation, it means for us to join together in common cause. Adventurer, you have heard my resolution. Now I ask that you lend me your power, the power of the dragon. In the long and proud history of Ishgard, never before have two Azure Dragoons arisen in the same era to fight as one. This is our best, nay, our only, chance to send the great worm to eternal slumber. Behold my armor. This is the Draken mail, forged in the lifeblood of dragons. As blood calls to blood, so too does the armor call to the dragon within, redoubling the wearer's strength thereby. If you would realize your potential as an Azure Dragoon, you must needs clad yourself in the same. Clad so, you will inherit the technique passed from Azure Dragoon to Azure Dragoon down through the generations. Then, and only then, will your training be complete. But first, you must win the Draken mail as I and Ser Albarik did before you, by proving yourself worthy in the ultimate trial of the Azure, a series of battles so harrowing as to send the unworthy to an early demise. Master, Once the adventurer acquires the armor, pray see to it that he learns to harness the power of the dragon in full. Astinian, wait. Save your worries. I do not mean to make myself easy prey for dragons. I take my leave of you. Astinian. Forgive me. I was deep in thought. Now then, as to acquiring the armor of which Astinian spoke. At first, it was my intention to bequeath mine own armor to you. I am an Azure Dragoon no longer, and its powers are wasted on me. It would be simple enough to hand it over to you and complete your training right here and now. But it is as Astinian said, the Draken armor is no ordinary set of mail. Its strength derives from the dragon blood whence it came, the blood's power resonating with the soul of the wearer. Though I can no longer draw upon mine own armor's power, its bond to me was forged years ago. Were I to bestow it on you now, I fear it would offer but a scintilla of the protection it afforded me in those bygone days. Astinian has the right of it. You must claim your armor as he and I did before you. You must complete the trials of the Azure, that the powers of dragon blood be yours and yours alone. The ogre's belly will be where your final test begins. I shall dispatch Ser Brucemont there. Seek him out upon your arrival. You have grown strong since we last met, adventurer, but you pale in comparison with your Azure forebears. If you would prove me wrong, let your lance do the talking. Once again, adventurer, you prove yourself worthy beyond my expectations. Take this, but know that your trial has only just begun. Your next challenge lies in the chamber beyond. Ser Histien awaits you there.
You, a foreigner, would don the Draken armor? Then prove to us that you will not do it dishonor. Sir Ulberic said the eye had chosen you, and it would appear he speaks true. The armor is yours, wear it with pride and honor. Your trial is nigh complete, but be forewarned, many before you have made it this far, only to fall at the final challenge. Do not let overconfidence be your downfall.
So you have made it this far. Very well. Prove yourself worthy of the Azure, or die in the effort. You have demonstrated your powers to me beyond a doubt. There is not an Ishgardian who would gainsay your right to don the armor of dragons. I shall send word ahead to Ser Ulberic that you have passed your trials here. It is he who will present you with the fourth piece of armor, and consummate your training. Go now, my fellow dragoon, and deliver this land from the great worm's wrath. I hear from Ser Brucemont that you performed most impressively. Yes, I stand more convinced than ever that you will be the one to save our land. Yet be warned, Joseph, one last trial awaits you. You will face this trial in the presence not of knights, but of ghosts. Make your way toward the steel vigil, and seek out a gravestone north and west of the structure. Take with you this flute, and when you reach your destination, blow a single strong note. A visitor shall soon arrive. Entertain your guest, and should he leave behind a present, return it here to me.
There we go. Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Your presence before me indicates you've seen to the visitor. Have you aught to show for your deeds? Ah, the skull of Grey Wine, old warrior of the Dravanian horde. It's said that in ages past, he could bring down a castle with a single breath. His strength has dwindled since those days, but a dragon past his prime is a formidable foe nonetheless. In slaying him, you have proven yourself worthy of this. You now possess 4 pieces of the armor that Estinian, myself, and our forebears did wear. While you doubtless wonder about the 5th, I can tell you only that it is not mine to give. Fear not, however, your triumphs in the trials and against a dragon of the horde give evidence that Draken blood now resonates with yours. Yes, you stand before me as prepared for your ultimate challenge as any could be. And yet, before we proceed, I would hear it from your own lips. The Great Worm's power is the stuff of legends. Have you truly resolved to fight this battle? To risk your own life to deliver a foreign land from the clutches of its ancient foe? When you are certain that your mind is settled, return and speak to me.
Fatal seduction. Rush a targeted enemy's location.
So you would join your strength to Estinians, that Ishgard might be free from the rage of the Great Worm forevermore? Then I shall honor my promise. You shall have full use of your powers by the time we are done. Before we begin, there is something I must needs confess. You will recall the tale of my battle with Needhawk 20 years past, and how the power of the dragon left me on account of the injuries I sustained. What I said was an untruth. The power did not abandon me, Joseph. It was I who abandoned it. Being derived from our mortal enemies, the power of the Azure Dragoon is a double-edged sword. Even as it lends us the strength we need to smite dragons, it heightens our communion with the creatures, rendering our minds more susceptible to their seduction than ordinary men. Even as I buried my lance in Needhawk's flesh, our gazes locked, and mine eyes met then with a look that would fair impale a man. In that instant, I found myself assailed by a torrent of emotions not mine own. Sorrow, rancor, pity. They threatened to drown the man in me and leave behind a dragon. Fearing that I might turn traitor, I chose to purge myself of the power that the eye had bestowed upon me. Thus regaining lucidity, I was able to rout the grievously wounded Needhawk. Alas, countless of his brethren yet remained. As if to mock me, they fell upon Ferndale with a vengeance. Bereft of my power, it was all I could do to save but one child. Nary a soul knows of this. Nay, not even Estinian, but I can keep him in the dark no longer. At our last meeting, Estinian said that protecting Ishgard and exacting revenge upon Needhawk are as one to him. That frame of mind, I fear, may well lead to his demise. The desire to protect and the desire to avenge are opposing forces that can ill be reconciled. Worse, the latter serves only to cloud his sense of self. When next Estinian and I meet, I intend to confess all, though it mean the loss of his good opinion. The outcome of the coming battle, and his very life, may well depend upon his readiness to relinquish his powers. Never allow yourself to forget the origin of your strength. Ever does the dragon lurk behind your eyes, biding its time, ready to claim you for its own. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will find yourself in its vice-like clutches. So forewarned, let us return to our present endeavor. My promise to Estinian was that I would impart unto you the technique that will mark you as a true Azure Dragoon. If you would know the truth, however, this knowledge is not within my power to bestow. No, you must claim the technique much as you claimed the fourth piece of the armor you bear, by proving yourself in battle with the dragons whose power you would unite with your own. I entrust you with this flute once more. Take it to the southwest of Providence Point and blow a single note. By locking wills with your adversary and prevailing, you will prove yourself worthy to champion the cause to which your lance is sworn. The dragon within you shall then awaken.
Over there. Oh, I got another piece. Nope, I did not. Oh.
It is good to see you safely returned. I take from your bearing that the engagement went favorably? You left this place as a man, Joseph, but you return as a dragon. There is no more for me to teach you. From here, your battle is yours and yours alone. Now, you might recall me saying that the fifth and final piece of the Draken armor was not mine to give. However, that is not wholly true. I could guide you in the direction of that which you seek. That said, I yet have reservations. The sheer power of the dragon housed within is such that a great many of your Azure forebears, myself among them, have proven hopelessly incapable of wielding it. But I do not doubt what I see. Within you has awakened a strength that forever eluded the likes of me. If you are not worthy of wearing the armor, then I know none who are. Remember my warning to you, Joseph, and heed it well. Needhawk is a lord among his kind. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will surely fall under his thrall. Before you can master your foe, you must needs master yourself. Hone your lance arm till it can bear no further honing, and then present yourself to me. When the time has come, I will tell you what you need to know. I look forward to our next meeting, my young dragoon.
Winged glide. Level 50. Kraken mail. Nice. Okay, we got everything. Let's see here. Alright, so let's go to the Waking Sands now. I'll probably call it here soon. I want to test out this new ability. What's the range? 20 yards. Pretty cool. Do the Waking Sands. Oh, you want some? Going for gold.
I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Joseph this, or Joseph that. Why, it's as if you're some kind of God's damned hero. But I jest. Even I can see that you're just itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place, the Orem Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Coerthas and seek out a man named Willielmus, and tell him that Nedrick sent you.
Oh, down there, okay. Or just was, damn it. Alright, we are going to talk to my boy Alpha Node, and then probably call it.
Tell me, Joseph, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar.
Let's. Damn.
Wait.
Who goes there?
Now, Ida, is that any way to greet a friend?
Alphinaud. Joseph. Sid. Wait, is this a dream?
Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida.
Poor thing.
I don't believe it.
I was sure you'd been.
This place has seen better days.
You know, I wasn't actually here when. I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back, and I saw.
Ida.
The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Ystela hadn't been here to help me.
Ystela is here too?
Yes. But she's not here right now. She's gone to Udda to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Ystela thinks they were taken somewhere.
Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires, knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one that Gaius has yet to harness.
Hide a line.
The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his Elagan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Erzia. Can I count on you, Ida?
What? Oh, yes, of course. Whatever you need.
We can discuss our next move upon Ystela's return. For now, I say we rest.
Resting is good.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, For he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Yishtala. Joseph, I see you and Alfinord are safe. And Sid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily. Not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held.
Where?
An imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry.
All right. I will pick this up probably tomorrow. I may be on later tonight, but I doubt it. Probably tomorrow. Put my new shirt. Alright, that looks a lot better than the other. But yeah, we've got a lot of story in them, so that's good. Yep. Everybody, thank you for stopping by, and I will catch you later.